This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world.
I'm Bruce.
And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hey, Bruce.
Hello, Jody.
How's it going?
It's good. This is a little different for us.
It is. You may or may not hear in the background some other voices or commotion.
Yes, we are at the Body Positive Block Party put on by Chub PDX here in Portland, where we live, and it's hot.
It is hot. It's not quite 100 at the moment, but it's about to be 100 degrees here in Portland.
Yes.
So thanks for all the bodies coming out to celebrate this amazing event.
Totally. So there are a lot of vendors, there's food, drinks, there's games to play, there's all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
And we're here at a table doing some giveaways and, of course, doing Heavy Conversation together.
Of course.
Which...
I know we haven't done it together,
yeah.
us together for a while.
In a long time. So... Yeah, so we're just here, and so if you're getting noises in the background, or if you hear someone come up and talk to us, we're literally sitting at a table where people can get stickers and enter to win giveaways and all that kind of stuff. This is
lots of giveaways.
Yes, and this is the end of a weekend-long body positive, like fat person joy kind of event. So,
yeah.
On Friday, there was a comedy show.
Yep.
On Saturday, there were two things. There was a meetup at Rooster Rock.
Oh, okay.
So at the beach. And then there was the Body Positive pool party.
Yeah.
And
which, sold out months ago.
Totally. The pool party sells out like crazy. And you can find photos and videos of that on Instagram now. I saw a couple this morning. It looked like a lot of fun.
It was packed. It looked like a lot of fun. There was even a big water slide.
Totally.
I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I interviewed Beth, who is one of the people who put this on, who runs Chub Hub. And, she was just talking about how when they opened the slide, that people were just like, whoa!
Yeah.
And it's so cool. So
well, I think as a bigger body, you don't always get the opportunity to use those kind of extra things that might be at a pool. So I was like, oh my god, that's amazing.
Totally.
I don't want to use the diving board because I don't want to break it, or
right.
Not that I would probably use a diving board, but
having the option.
Yeah. I want to go up there and jump off at least, or whatever.
Right, and being around bigger people who are like you, and where you don't feel any judgment, you can just be there and be yourself. That's awesome.
Yeah,
and it's rare. So
and it looked like they had lots of good food and some treats, and I was like, oh man, I want to do that.
I know.
Instead
next year,
of working.
Yes, next year for sure. It's happening.
And it was like a perfect day. It was warm yesterday, but it wasn't crazy.
No. Today is the first day of the inferno that's happening in Portland. So, it's going to be in the hundreds for the next 3 days, and just hot. And so, you hear us complain about heat on this show fairly regularly. So, this is next level hot.
Yeah.
But
I'll be hibernating the next few days.
Yes. But here we are. So, how have you been? What have you been up to?
I've been good. I actually went on a little vacation that I haven't been able to do in a while. I went to Lazy Bear. It's in Guerneville, California, just north of San Francisco, actually. I don't remember how far. It's not very far. So a big week-long bear event, which was amazing. I went with my best friend and another really good friend. We're like our little travel group. So we travel really well together. We, can go to big events. We've been to a couple other bear runs. We went to IBC, I think a couple times. Where else did we go? We went somewhere else I can't think of. Oh, Seattle. We just went to Seattle one time. But it was a lot of pool parties, and they had a big dance down by the river. And it was like a huge stage. I was like, wait, what's going on here? This whole full production, huge stage, DJs, dancers, all that stuff. But it was just good to be around community, and I saw a lot of people that I actually knew from Minneapolis. They were there, so it was good to reconnect with them. It was just an all-around good time.
Nice.
But I need like everyone, I need a vacation from my vacation.
Totally. Yeah, it takes a little time to recover. Yeah.
And it's like almost coming up on a week since I got back, and I'm still like, my sleep schedule's all off, and
Oh yeah.
been trying to give my liver some recovery time, and then Bruce got me a wonderful beverage here at the event, so
Right.
which I'm enjoying. But yeah,
Yes.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to, and just getting back to bearskin stuff this week, trying to catch up.
I saw the photo shoot. I saw with you, and we talked a little about this on a previous episode.
I think so. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you had dyed your hair.
I did. My hair is still pretty blonde.
See, you can. I'm telling you, you can pull it off.
Yeah,
it's great. It works.
looks really good.
It does. Yeah.
Not to toot my own horn, but toot. It looks good.
Right. Yeah. I just got back from a modeling gig in Toronto. I went back, done a few things up there in Canada. And so this was one where, it was a quick in and out kind of thing. I was there for like 36 hours maybe.
Oh, geez.
Flew overnight, got in on one day and had a day to kind of recover and hang out. And then the next day was the actual shoot. And so we shot in downtown Toronto in a park that it's not just a park. It's like the War of 1812. There was a battle that happened there. So and so they've got some of the original stuff. And so we shot like out in the nobody was wearing any like uniforms or anything like that.
There weren't any historical reenactments.
No, none of
Okay.
no historical reenactments.
That would have been great.
It would have been.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
What war was it? A war of 18?
War of 1812. So is that like muskets?
That
I
sounds.
don't know.
I'm like, but in Toronto.
Yes.
I don't know my Canadian history very well, so I'm like, I don't know.
Same.
Sorry, y'all.
So there were a bunch of different models there, and it was a big production. They rolled up in an RV and had us doing our hair and makeup. Or clothes,
beard and makeup.
Beard and makeup, yes. There was very little done to the hair.
Okay.
They kind of like spritzed it, and they're like, okay,
you're good to go.
I was like, all right then, I guess. They did have this like wax bar that like they put on my beard to keep it in place.
Okay.
And, like to take down all the crazy. And I've got to find it.
I was like, what is this? Oh.
Yeah, it was very impressive. I was down with that. I was like, man, I've had like wax before. You got to work it in your hand.
Yeah.
And then you got to do the whole thing, and that not so much fun.
Yeah. Well, or like mustache wax kind of stuff.
Totally.
Okay.
And this was not that. It was a lighter touch, but it was enough to manage your beard. And so we did a lot of different looks. Some of them were at this park, and some of them were like downtown, around buildings downtown.
Okay. Yep.
And
it must be so nice to be able to do photo shoots just like guerrilla style like that.
Totally.
Because you're fully clothed. For bearskin, it's so hard to like do that kind of stuff. Because in Portland, it's a little easier. People don't give you too weird of looks when you're standing next to a building in just your underwear. But yeah. Right.
Yeah. We got really lucky in that the only hard part about the whole thing was that we were shooting winter stuff, and so winter in Canada, fall and winter. So there was one point where I was out in the sun and I was wearing a parka, a sweater, a button-down shirt, and like a t-shirt under it with jeans. So, it was 85 degrees there, but when you're wearing all that to 85 degrees, it's burning hot. So, yeah, it was...
thinking cool thoughts.
Totally. You have to visualize winter, and that's exactly what I did. It was a lot of fun. Those kind of shoots are cool because it's like there's like a crew of like 20 people doing all this stuff and running around and everything. Definitely not like a Chubster shoot, where,
or bearskin. We don't have a crew of that.
Right. So it's fun to see those and kind of take things away from it. But no, it was a really good time. It was cool to be able to go and do that, and that whole crew up there, they're a lot of fun. It was kind of an unexpected thing. They were like, hey, are you available? Can you do this? And I was like, sure. So, yeah, it's always just fun to do that stuff, and fingers crossed that I get to go back up and do it again.
Yeah, so, I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm sure you'll be back.
Before that, I had, like a day before that, I've been running the gauntlet. And so the day before that, I actually I drove down to San Francisco, basically, for a celebration of life for a good friend.
Oh, yeah.
I was down there for that, and right after it was over, I decided to drive back. And so as I was driving back, I started driving up, and I'm making it's about a 10-hour drive. I'm making my way up, and I'm about 100 miles out of Portland, and I hit a pothole at like 85 miles per hour.
Jeez.
Blew off the side of my car. It was drivable, so I made it home.
You made it? Okay.
Yeah.
Weren't stranded in
But-
Nowhereville?
Yeah, right. Luckily, I honestly didn't even stop to look. I was like, it feels like it's still drivable, so this should be okay.
Oh, geez.
So I just kept driving. It worked. So far, so good. So, so as we're recording this, we're actually here at our table. Hi.
Hi,
How are
I'll
you?
come back and find you when you're done recording.
Oh, yeah.
You're a busy man, but I'll be back.
All right.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks. Yeah. So we're here at a table. Yeah, and so we've got all our stuff out, so people are able to come up and kind of hang and talk to us and all that stuff. So very different from our normal
Right.
heavy conversation. But
But luckily you made that sounds crazy that it blew off like
yes,
stuff of your car and it was still drivable.
it did. I made it home. Everything was good, and so
Or you just drove it and you didn't have a wheel and
yeah, right.
your sparks were flying. What is it? Wasn't that in one of those vacation movies?
Oh yeah, where they just drive and it just like
Yeah.
I got very lucky. So so I'm home for a week, and then we are taking a family trip to Las Vegas.
Oh.
Yes, where I'm sure it will be very hot.
Yeah, I was like,
Yes.
get ready for more hot.
Yes, so it'll be fun though. We got a really good deal on flights, and for all 5 of us. So it was like, when you're flying that many people, it's expensive.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you really have to want to go somewhere. You really have to have the money to do it. But we found like an amazing, insane deal for all of us. It was like, okay, let's do it. So
Yeah, I'm still thinking they are going to have to be flapping all their wings or pedaling a bike or something.
Totally.
To keep the plane going.
yeah, we're gonna be down with all the suitcases.
Yeah,
something. Yeah. So
Or it's going to be Spirit.
yes, or it's gonna be Spirit. No Spirit, luckily. Spirit, we love you if you want to advertise with us. There you go.
But I'm not going to fly with you.
there we are.
Well,
Yes.
I don't really know what this beer. What was this?
So it's a summer shandy. I don't know which kind or who it's from. It might be Leinenkugel.
Okay,
This is
yeah.
the first one I always think of.
It's a good one.
Hi.
How's it going?
So this is Chubster, and it's a fashion and lifestyle site for big and tall guys. We help people find masculine clothing in their size.
Anything for like little kids, like my
We
boy?
do things for like husky teens, and yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
like these bigger boys.
So yeah, take one of these, and on our website, we've actually got an article that's all about that and has like resources. So
So hard. And I'm a
It
therapist
is.
who works in this field. But
Okay.
It's like my kid. And,
Totally.
he's on his own
yeah.
little adventure,
Oh, totally. Yeah,
Trying not to buy into diet culture.
it's tricky, and yeah. So we're actually we record a podcast that talks about this stuff, and that's what we're doing now. So you're actually on our podcast.
Oh, fuck, it's right there.
No, it's great. Do you guys have an Instagram?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's at Chubster, and you can check it out.
You guys are
So
awesome.
yeah,
Is it all online based?
it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So,
I mean,
awesome.
yeah, I'd
Yeah,
love to sign
yeah,
up for
sign up.
more
Yeah,
information
sign up.
for people.
So
Please do.
Also, you're doing a podcast as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We do heavy
Is it-
conversation.
Yep.
Is it called Chubster? Oh,
It's called Heavy
great.
Conversation.
Is it called
Yeah.
Chubster?
Yep. You can
And
find
so-
that on the website, and then he does a separate podcast, Life in Your Size.
Yeah, and so it's and it's kind of the audio version of Chubster. There's like 2,000 articles on the website. I've been doing it for 12 years, so go check it out.
I will.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
What a great resource.
Yeah, and if
Yeah.
you have questions, if you're looking for something, you can hit me up on social or through the website.
Great.
All right.
so much.
Thanks
Yeah,
so
have a
much.
good day.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. Like we said.
That's our lives every
Yep.
day when you go out.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Give them the rundown.
Yep. So there you go. If you're listening, you just got the pitch too. So yeah, go to chubster.com. But so drinks. So we got a
So,
summer shandy.
Some sort of line. It's It's very nice. I haven't had one of these in a while, but it does remind me of a line of Kugel. As soon as you said that, I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're...
She told me, so there's like a little trailer that's like the booze bus or something
Yep,
like that. And it is, actually, I've got the card right here. So let's see. It is Booze Trucks.
Okay.
So shout out to Booze Trucks, boozetrucks.com. And they have like mixed drinks and beer and all that good stuff. Some non-alcoholic drinks, things for kids, so on and so forth. But she told me what the beers were.
It's all right.
Yeah, you know. So you've got your summer shandy, and I have a margarita,
Yes.
which may or may not be a good idea in this hot weather.
Yeah,
but,
I know. I was like,
know.
I'm not going to drink very much. It's already just sitting here calmly,
Yeah.
sweating just a little. Not too bad.
I also have not eaten today, which is probably
Oh, boy. Well, there...
yeah.
Oh,
There is food.
Oh, there's Killer
Yeah.
Burger.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I'm gonna have to make up for that. We'll figure that out. And
Hi, what are you doing?
we're doing a podcast, but we're also doing giveaways, and we got stickers and little cards
Oh,
that
on to the next page.
you can write measurements on, so that it makes it easier to shop online. So
Yes, I have mine memorized so that I
Do you?
can
Nice, nice.
perfect. Yes. I actually
It's
did.
annoying.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's so
you,
annoying.
you always have to look at the size chart, and even guys, it's like,
Yeah.
well, what size is that actually?
I feel like guys are actually more screwed than girls because there's less options.
There are less options, and they just don't know where to start. You
Yeah,
know?
because like my baby brother is 6'3" and like 380.
Yeah. Right.
So like I mean like when like I was like I'm gonna get my brother a cute jacket for Christmas.
Yeah.
And it took forever.
Yeah. Right. Finding things is difficult.
And then I ended
Yeah.
up at one of those DXL like big and tall stores.
Sure.
Which is fine, but when you walk in there as a short fat woman and
Yeah.
they're like, you're in the wrong place.
They don't know what to do with you. Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
no, I'm buying something for my baby brother who's.
Yes. Right. Right.
So what's
Yeah.
your podcast about?
Yeah. So it's Heavy Conversation, and you're on it right now because we're recording. So.
Oh,
Yes.
hello. Sorry.
No, you're good.
No, it's good. We knew what we were getting into when we sat here and started recording, so it's
Okay.
now this is good. Yeah, Heavy Conversation is just Jody and I kind of talk. We're taking on topics. We talk about what it's like to be a bigger person in the world today. We talk about things that are going on with us, with our businesses, lots of different things like that. There's so much. It's from like talking about finding clothes that fit to, I mean, what else?
Dating profiles.
relationships.
The fat experience.
The fat
Yes,
experience.
exactly.
There we go. We missed an opportunity. That would have been a great
Yeah,
name for a
we're
podcast,
gonna
actually.
oh, just the fat experience.
The Fat Experience.
Oh,
with
well.
Bruce and Jody.
Well, there's a new one for
Yeah,
us.
I love it.
Another
Love
thing.
it. So yeah.
I'm just really used to like that language because I'm the director of programming for Fat Calling. So like I'm
Oh,
really
nice.
used to it.
Nice. Yeah. So yeah, Chubster.com. We do articles. Interviews with people. I mean, everybody from people who are starting clothing lines to like Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, just runs the spectrum. Photo shoots with fat folks. We do video. There's a shop on the site, all that kind of stuff. So
It's
yeah,
super cool.
yeah, it kind of runs the spectrum.
Subscribe to your podcast.
Yes. So
Please
definitely
do.
check it out. Yeah,
Wow.
awesome.
Thanks, Kai.
Yeah, have a
thanks
good day.
for stopping by. Yeah. So I'm drinking my margarita. I read something today that Whole Foods makes a beer, and you can only get it at one Whole Foods
Oh.
in like Kentucky or Tennessee or something.
Boo.
Yeah, and it's like they only brew it there and they only sell it there at this one Whole
Okay.
Foods. So I'm kind of curious because when not as much because it's Whole Foods, but just because it's a rare beer.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And I want to try it, and so I'm very curious about all that. So
Oh, no reception in the underground covered parking.
yes, so our table is where this event is happening. It's like a building that has a parking lot underneath it, and then outside in the burning heat. And so we got lucky, and we are actually inside in the corner, away from most of the burning inferno that's outside. And so
The tents are just about to burst into flames. I can see it.
Yes. So we're just enjoying it, and it does mean that there's a lot of concrete around us and no Wi-Fi for the most part. So
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
well.
it's a trade-off.
I was going to try to look up Whole Foods beer.
Yes.
I want to know more.
Yes. Yeah, we'll have to throw something in the show notes.
Yeah.
So
what else is coming up?
aside from that, kind of going into fall and holiday, and so
Right? Yeah, that's
everybody and their brother wants to do photo shoots or partnerships
Yep,
and things
yep.
like that. So it has been a lot of planning over the last few weeks to kind of say this is the calendar for the rest of the year for Chubster.
Yep.
Here's where we can fit things in, and just start kind of making that happen. And
It seems like literally every year it's a scramble
Totally.
for holiday.
Uh-huh.
And every year I'm like, okay, we're gonna have a better plan, and then all of a sudden it's August, and I'm like,
Totally.
shoot, I'm not I don't have anything planned. What are we doing?
and doesn't it feel like it gets earlier and
It
earlier
does.
every
Well,
year?
Okay, so I don't remember if I work at Home Depot part time. They already have Christmas trees up in the
Really?
upper racks, and I'm like, we don't even have Halloween out yet, and we're getting truckloads of Christmas.
Ridiculous.
And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
That's what made me sort of panic a little bit. I was like, oh my God, what?
Yeah. It's
Seeing the Christmas trees up in the racks, and I was like, no.
that's out of control. Yeah. So it's a lot of planning for that. Just kind of trying to plan out the rest of the year a little bit and kind of run with it. And you can only do so much, basically.
Yeah, and things change.
Yeah.
Things, are kind of, well, at least for us, it's sort of dependent on a lot of different factors. So it's like,
Sure.
well, this is what we would like to do, and then
Right.
when it happens is what we actually end up doing.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it all looks planned and looks like we did whole thing, but
Yes.
a lot of times it's last minute. Like the photo shoot with me, that was all kind of last minute.
That was
and
great, yeah.
it
It
turned out
worked out.
good. It was
Yeah.
fun.
That's about it. I'm trying to catch up on shows, and I'm trying to read some books, and
Okay.
I'm failing at most of that.
Okay.
Just
okay.
feels like I've been going nonstop. So, I guess the show that I'll shout out now is I think it's called My Adventures with Superman, which is it is a cartoon on Adult Swim.
Okay, I was like, I don't know that one at all.
That's it's like an anime influenced kind of like Superman show with Clark and Lois and Jimmy Olsen, and it is this kind of anime thing that is like modernized in such a cool way.
Okay.
They're basically they've just started as like interns at the Daily Planet, and
Okay.
it's so much fun and just like so. They got it right. I think there's always been a lot of talk, especially over the last couple decades, about Superman being boring. Like,
Yeah.
Just this one specific way that you can do them.
Yeah.
And they figured out a way to do this that makes it so much fun.
Okay.
And so interesting.
On Adult Swim.
Adult Swim, HBO Max, or Max now, whatever it's called. Yeah. So highly recommend it. It is. It's wonderful. It's
Nice.
wonderful. So.
I've recently been rewatching Charmed.
Oh, nice.
I don't know why it came up on I think Amazon or something. I was like, I haven't seen that show in a while, and I'm like, it's as bad as I remember, but
yeah.
but it's fun. I loved it. So
It's funny how some of those shows get stuck in your head. And you think about them in a certain way. And you go back and watch it, and you're like,
that's
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You look like you today.
I am me today.
yes.
I'm not my alternate persona today.
Yeah.
It's too hot for
Funny.
that.
I could not put that together in my brain. I was like, they are two totally different people.
Yep.
And then I was like, oh shit, it's like Santa Claus. I was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Kelsey, you want to say hi? We're actually recording our podcast right now, so
You just hear me.
Yep.
that's okay. It's
Dribble
okay.
along.
They've heard worse. They've heard worse.
Hi, Chubster internet people.
Yeah.
I'm Kelsey. It's nice to
There
meet
we
you.
go. All right. There we
Yeah,
are.
there
All
we
right.
go.
Yep. So, yeah. Charmed.
Yep. That's especially in this heat, I'm like, I'll just sit at home.
For real.
Like,
real.
when I'm not working, I'm like, well, I'll be at home with the shades drawn, watching Charmed.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
So,
All right, Bruce.
that's all I got, Jody.
Yeah, well, this has been fun. I'm glad we were able to get together and do a live one. We'll see how it turned out.
Definitely.
We'll hear how it turned out.
It's going to be interesting to listen to this when I get back and see how much of it we can actually use. So, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.